All right. Thank you for this. Yeah, we are a team of four, so we will be taking you through this entire demo. So, hi everyone.
Excellent.
It is nice to be here to present our team's global hack project, which is Knowledge Quest Team Spot. So, this solution is awarded as the best AI-powered solution during Microsoft Teams Global Hack 2023, which had happened during 1st to 15th of June 2023. So, quickly about this solution. So this knowledge quest team bot is kind of an interactive chatbot application which is designed to allow user to test their knowledge on specific subject or on a specific topic using the power of open AI. So this app or this bot provides engaging kind of an educational experience for the users to challenge themselves and expand their knowledge on various areas. And this project shows how you can integrate the power of open AI or specifically Azure Open AI into Microsoft Teams app. So moving ahead, this is the knowledge or the hack team that we have got. Okay, I guess you're scrolling too fast. All right. So the hack team includes myself, Nandeep Nachan. Along with me, I have got Siddharth Vaghasia, Smita Nachan, and Kunj Sangani. And these are our social media handlers. If in case you want to get in touch with us to discuss more on this. So just moving next to know more about this bot application.
Yeah, so let's talk about this knowledge quest team bot. So it is a kind of an interactive chatbot application which allows a user to test their knowledge on a specific topic using the power of OpenAI. So this app provides the engaging and educational experience where user can challenge themselves and expand their knowledge on various areas. So let's check next for the key features. So what are the key features of this bot? So the first key feature here is the topic selection. So user can choose from the wide range of topics available within the app. So these topics can include the subjects like technology. So for example, it can be Microsoft Azure, SharePoint, Microsoft Teams, .NET, AWS, and many more. So it can also help us to generate the questions on science, history, geography, literature, mathematics, and other areas as well. So secondly, it helps us to dynamically generate the questions. So this bot leverages the capabilities of OpenAI to generate the relevant and challenging question based on the selected topic. So the questions are designed to test the user's understanding and the depth of knowledge in the chosen subject. So the thirdly, it is a kind of an interactive quiz experience wherein the user can engage in an interactive quiz session where they receive the questions one at a time from the bot. They can provide their answers and the team's bot evaluate them to determine the correctness at the end. Again, it provides the user-friendly interface. So this app provides the engaging interface via adaptive cards, ensuring the seamless and enjoyable user experience. So the interface is designed to be virtually appealing and easy to navigate, which allows the user to focus on the quiz content. And lastly, it provides the statistics. So the app offers the statistics regarding the quizzes you have taken in the past, including your scores also. And this feature provides the valuable insights into your knowledge and learning progress based on the various previous quiz performances. So it is a kind of an excellent tool to assess how well you are doing and track your growth over the time. So let's see next what are the prerequisites. So what are the prerequisites to get this bot working? So at least you will need Node.js and the supported versions. Here are the 16 and 18. So you also need Microsoft 365 account. So for example, if you do not have it, then you can apply the one from Microsoft 365 developer program. And lastly, you will need Teams Toolkit Visual Studio Code extension with version of 5.0.0 or higher. So let's see the next how does it works. So user starts interacting with the knowledge quest teams bot by asking that he or she wants to test their knowledge on a specific topic. Then this knowledge bot or knowledge quest team bot makes a call to Azure OpenAI using an npm package called as OpenAI. So while we do that, we generate the prompt. So sometimes like generate this many numbers of multi-choice questions with the correct answer option and reference links on given subject by user in a JSON format with the elements such as question options, answers and reference link. And then we provide the deployment ID as text DaVinci 003, and in response to that Azure OpenAI give us this set of questions in this format. So here it is the question text, and then we have got certain options A, B, C, D, and then lastly it gives us the correct answer, and then again a reference link. For example, if the user want to know more about that question, and then this bot also help us to show all this information in a form of adaptive cards, wherein user can interact with questions and at the end they get evaluated on the selected subjects. So let's go ahead into the demo and let's see the demo how it exactly works.
Thank you, Smita. So let me share my screen. I think it is visible. And if you can see, when I install the bot, it gives me a welcome card. Okay. The welcome card specify what are the things which the end user can do. The end user can either select self-assessment or can see their statistics. Okay. So if you have already used the bot previously and directly want to see the statistics, you can just click on my statistics. And because it is currently working in my local, you can see you get the result as your knowledge question quiz statistics with a good looking table wherein you can see what are the quiz which I have taken and what was the score. Now, if I want to do the self assessment, so if I click on self assessment, it would give me an interactive adaptive card wherein I can select my topic, I can choose any topic, and I can give number of questions which I want. Okay, so let's say for example, let me select Azure and give number of question as 5. And when I click on start self assessment, at any given point of time, I can go and check my stats. But let me start the self assessment. On click of the self assessment, behind the scene, the Azure OpenAI gets called. It fetches the results and it sends us the adaptive card with the questions and the answers. So answers is not visible to the end user, but internally the answer is present in the bot. So if you can see, I have the question available with the reference link. So if I want to click the reference link, I can go and check what is the question related to and what it resembles to if I want to learn something. Okay, so I can select the option and click on next question. And any given point of time, I can end the assessment as well. So if I end the assessment, I'll be assessed based on a number of questions which I have answered. Okay, so once I click on next question, you see it gets updated with the new question. It shows us what number of question is currently being shown and the total how many questions are present. So what I'll do is I'll quickly select the answers. Okay, and let us, I'm not pretty much sure if I'm choosing the right answers, but let us hope I get some result out of it. Okay, and when I click on next question, which would end my assessment with a knowledge score of 0. So, okay, if my answers were correct, it would have given me that many score. Okay, because I was randomly choosing it, it gave me 0 out of 5, and it shows that I have no knowledge of Azure, and that would be updated in my statistics as well. Okay, so this is the demo part. Now let us go through the code walkthrough. Okay, let me bring the Okay, so when you create a bot using Teams Toolkit, the first thing which you can see is if I go to the how the solution looks under the bot, there is a file called as index.ts, which is actually a file wherein the server gets started. Okay, and you create an instance of the bot. Okay, so first the bot instance is getting created in the index.ts, and there are an API called as slash API slash messages, which is being served from the Restify HTTP server. And all the endpoints, like this is the endpoint which is getting called every time from the bot. Okay, So this is what gets created from the Teams toolkit itself. Then our bot gets run. So whenever a new message is arrived or whenever some message is updated, new event is fired, this API would be called. Okay. Next, what we do is, then if you see, the Teams bot get extended from the Teams activity handler. So why we would require Teams activity handler is we want to receive the message, we want to send interactive message, the welcome message and all those things. So we need to extend the Teams activity handler, which is available from the bot builder module. Okay. Next, if I go, is we have two methods. One is called as on message. This is part of the constructor in the Teams bot itself. This is part of the constructor. The on message is whenever I receive a message, this method would be called, and we do all the operations related to that method. That okay, if I type welcome, what should be sent? If I type learn, what should be sent based on what text I am sending. Next, if you see, whenever a new member is added, this is another method called as on member added. This would be called whenever a new member is added. We send an welcome card whenever a new message is, whenever a new member is added. Then if we see, this is the welcome card. This is the adaptive card which we send. Okay, and all the actions has a verb, and this verb would be resembling in our method. I'll show you in the next slides. Okay, if I go, this is the verb called as select self assessment. When I click on the button, and if I want to see my stats, this is the verb which we are sending. Now this verb would come it in the on adaptive card invoke method, and we switch it based on the verb. Okay, so for every verb, for selecting the self assessment, for showing the stats, we have all different switch cases. Okay, so if I select my statistics, or if I select my start self assessment, this is where we generate the prompt. So if you see, here we have the generate invoke this many number of questions with multi-line of choice, and this was the topic in the JSON format which we want. Then we do certain operations. Currently in the demo, I have not used it. What I have done is I have created, or rather I have used a sample data present over here, which resembles the data coming from the OpenAI. Okay. Next, if I click on the next question, there is something called as if we check whether the assessment question which we have, the answer is equal to the what is equal to the one which the user has selected. If yes, we add the current answer plus one. If not, we do not do anything. So that is how our code works. For the future enhancement, let me hand it over to Siddharth.
Thank you, Kunj. Uh, so, as this was part of a AI hack which we did, we also had few enhancements which thought would be a nice addition to the sample or to the solution which we have built. Considering the future enhancement, we thought we can, right now it is just in bot, but what we can do is we can add it as a Teams tab, wherein the my stat experience which we are getting as a part of adaptive card, we can kind of have a full-fledged tab within Teams where user would be able to see all the quiz they have taken, all the historical scores which they have seen, and what are the answers, correct or incorrect answers which they have given, which will help them to improve their knowledge itself. Plus, then we thought we would be also able to kind of, based on the data which we have, right? Like we would be able to capture these historical scores. Based on that, we would know that who are the people who have a good experience in particular topic like Azure, SPFX, SharePoint, Teams, etc. And based on that, we can also kind of create and dashboard for the user to display different experts which are available. Using that, we can also assign different points and create a gamification concept out of it and use that to display in the leadership tab. Then we thought of also adding a feature wherein user can, because if it is a bot and if we don't interact with the bot, it doesn't do anything, right? So we thought of adding an option wherein user can choose to send a proactive quiz based on a particular time. So if like if Thursday is free for us and we can send a type say that every Thursday at this time, please send me a quiz on a particular topic, and it will call the Azure OpenAI and they send proactive quiz to the user so that they can answer it rather than having to interact with the bot itself, but using the proactive messages. Plus, it can also be extended wherein we can challenge someone in the team itself, within the teams, to create again, kind of a gamification or a quiz kind of thing on a particular topic that, hey, I'm sending you a quiz. Can you answer it? And based on that, we would see how much, knowledge that particular person have. And lastly, we can also, we thought of adding and report discrepancy depending because we are using Azure OpenAI service and which is an open large LLM model based on the OpenAI itself. There might be certain things which might be incorrect, right? And we might want to give user and way to report that particular discrepancy if there is any in the answer itself, so that AI model can improve in itself. So yeah, that's it from the future enhancement which we are planning to work on from here on to kind of make it as a full-fledged solution. And if you guys think there is anything which can be added, we are very welcome. If you can send it in the Teams message, we would like to add it in the future enhancement. That's it from our demo side. Thanks, and over to you, Vesa.